Friends, we're kicking off this fit vid casually, as I want to show you my favorite sweatpants as of late. I don't wear these out often. They are the designated house pant, but I appreciate how they fall. This is from ASRV. Quickly had become last year one of my most favorite athletic brands, and they recently, well, maybe last year, branched into designing women's wear. It released first as menswear, but didn't care because I also wear like the men's joggers, but now they're making them for women's. But it doesn't really matter to me. But the reason why I like these is because of how they fall. They have like a slouchy feel to them, and the fabric is quite heavy. Usually I'll wear them with one or two, well actually three options. I showed the crafted clog from Crocs in my last fit video and been wearing these nonstop. It is taking everything that I have to not buy multiple pairs of these specific style. But we are in the throes of autumn, family, and it is Boston Birkenstock time. I also have these with the shearling lining, but I do love me a basic black suede upper in the Birk Boston clog. They're just easy to slip on, and I understand they're a little more elevated, you know what I mean? The Croc definitely has more body to the shoe, and I can understand here, I could slip them on for comparison. I can understand how they might offer a little more volume to the sweatpant. It really depends on like the style you're looking to accomplish. These come in like a military green as well as a charcoal and a milk chocolate, which I think will be pretty, but you could go either or. I also have the On sneakers, and design wise, I'm not crazy about Ons. However, you're like, well, why'd you buy them? But two reasons. I love that the laces are elastic, so you just have to slip them on. And the sole's not bad. They're not as exaggerated as other On soles I've seen. And if, in my opinion, if you're getting these sneakers, I would get them all black. I would, because in my opinion, I think these types of soles, the On style in general, looks better in the darker color. Not all sneakers have this sole, by the way, right? But, you know, I don't hate them. I like them because they have some bounce. I like the look they offer when paired with my sweatpants. It definitely adds to the overall athletic look with these sweatpants worn outside and whatever top you wish to wear. But I also wanted to show my cap. This is from Rains, and it is made with water-resistant material. We have been having drizzly days as of late, and I like to wear this cap out and about because it shields the drizzle from wetting the glasses or lessens the drizzling on the glasses. And the look of the water-resistant material in like this, not shiny, but kind of the burnished black material, I think adds a nice elevated street element to the outfit. I wanted to talk about the NOOD booby covers that they were so kind to offer a PR gifting opportunity on the Shop My platform. And the reason I enjoy these or even consider trying them, because even though I have small breasts, you might think, oh, you could get away with not wearing a bra. There are some tops that even now I could use a little more refining over the boobie area so it appears more smooth. And there are some tanks and camisoles, and I could show you here. Hold on. This is a top from Joah Brown, but the back is like open cami style. It's quite low, and wearing a bra with this, it wouldn't make sense. You'll see the bra strap, but I've put the non-adhesive cups on. It will smooth out the boob area significantly. So when I put them on, I just think, again, the shirt looks smoother. There's no like there's no puncturing going on, but you do have to take care of them. Every time you wear them, I would suggest that you wash with lukewarm water and soap, because if you don't, then the dead skin stays on the adhesive or the material, and then it won't stick the next time you try to apply these on again. It just diffuses the look of behind material that's softer, that you know, reveals more than other materials do. I also have these, the no-show extra lifts that I actually want to try now because there is a top that I haven't been able to wear because it's ooh, I'm not one to wear demi see-through shirts. I don't care how small your boobies are. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But these are the no-show extra lift. You see this tab here? So it smoothes out the boob and it lifts a little bit. And here we are testing out the boobie covers together with this Joah Brown Tank that, okay, you see that it is quite sheer. I would not have felt comfortable wearing a nothing at all underneath. But here's the thing. I can't wear a bra because of this huge cutout in the back and why I had to buy this tank. The sleeves also have the thumb holes. It's very Catwoman. And you're wondering, well, what jeans do you have on, Alicia? These are a pair of Pistola jeans that I showed over the summertime. Recently just purchased from Nordstrom, and I was unsure because of these darts here around the knee, the stitching. And shout out to Jenna who commented on that video in explaining how this design element is quite cool and unique in denim. Because what you see here, this stitching around the knee, found in mountain climbing pants, hiking pants, and it's called an articulated knee. And she was explaining how that design element, rare to see in denim and really cool for Pistola to have that here because there's so many barrel leg styles now out in the market. And what do you do to kind of like separate yourself from the rest? Because yes, you'll need that barrel leg shape for sure. But it's so interesting to add the different design elements to a barrel silhouette in adding texture without distressing the material. I never was into the huge holes. I mean, a hole here and there. I've worn those jeans before. But remember that trend? I hope it will never come back. I forgot when it even started. These huge holes, I mean, down from hip to knee. Why are you even bothering wearing jeans? Why? But you see the stitching around the ankle, and again here you have like this double panel stitching down the leg, and again you have what Jenna explained, the articulated knee stitching, and it does add a really nice shape to the leg. Initially I was unsure, and I explained in that first video I didn't like how the jeans felt, but they were brand new. I had to wear them in order to break the denim in a little bit, and now they're falling much better. And again, after Jenna explaining that, it just kind of like increased my excitement levels and enthusiasm for these jeans tenfold. I'll make sure to link these down below. But I wanted to show you these Aeyda. I'll show you the brand name, or maybe Aeyda. Berlin. These Mary Janes. Okay, let me explain. So with traveling, I wanted a shoe, a dressy shoe, that will look fancy, but will not take up much space. And having these shiny black patent leather Mary Janes was exactly what I needed. And I was watching a travel video, and the woman was describing, explaining why she packs certain things. And I never imagined myself with a Mary Jane. But they work. I think they're cute. They dress the outfit up without actually requiring a heel. They're mostly comfortable, but what stand out is the squoval toe. It's not completely round and it's not completely square. They're leather, so at first it was a little tight around the heel. I had to wear one of those heel bandages to help break in new shoes, and these are a 6.5. I'm a true 6, but I knew I needed the space because they were Italian sized. And wearing them a few times definitely broke them in, and I don't have to wear any heel reinforcement or heel bandages now. But isn't it cute? I love them. And again, with our boob covers, I could wear shirts like this that obviously you will see a bra. If I wore a bra, it would just completely crush the point of this shirt. And they're comfortable, as I'm poking, sorry. But a huge thank you to Noods, who's not sponsoring this video, but I thought it was nice that I would kind of describe how using the boobie covers because they offered an opportunity to try their product and I wanted to share my experience. I think a con is just their higher maintenance, right? There's always a trade-off. There's never a solution, always a trade-off. With bras, you could just put them on, take them off. But with these, if you don't wash them frequently, the adhesive wears quickly. And you have to air dry them. You gotta take care of them. Again, they're high maintenance. But with tops like this, you know what I mean? Look at this back. Look at the back. But let's put on a pair of pants, yes, together, that I love to wear with these Mary Janes. I can't recall if I showed these pants in another video, and my apologies that they're wrinkled. They were folded in my closet. But this is from the brand Leset. I believe I showed a top from Leset. I might have showed these pants with a different top, but with a Leset top. But what I love and described in that video is how they're like wide leg, but there's a curve to the wide leg. But look, this is what I was talking about when I'm wearing a longer barrel leg, like slinky pant with the Mary Janes. Because now you don't see the strap, you just see the toe. It gives the illusion that I might be wearing a heel, but if you already know how tall I am, that will immediately give it away that I'm not wearing a heel. But it just kind of elevates the outfit while still remaining comfortable to wear. That's what I love. And what I had described before, these don't take up much space in my suitcase, but their impact is profound in terms of how they look with this type of a pant. The fact that they're black patent leather. Black patent leather is the way to go. If you want to look fancy right away, you got to go with this leather choice. I could have went with like the basic black leather, but I deliberately chose this finish because I knew what difference it would make, and it does make if I want to fancy up an outfit while still feeling comfortable. And these pants, I mean, they're so lightweight and flexible. Again, another incentive that I bought these pants specifically. They're 100% cotton, they're expensive, but the way they're woven, it's like durable but lightweight at the same time, and you can fold this up real tight. Doesn't take up much space, they're lightweight. You could wear them out to dinner, you could wear them to be fancy. They have pockets, you know what I mean? It's just fantastic. I freaking love these pants. And again, with my top, they go well. I could just throw on the Birkenstocks if I wanted, you know what I mean? It's kind of like to take a break. But I've worn these shoes for 8 hours and they're fantastic. One of the best investments that I made, because these Mary Janes are not cheap, and I'm happy I took the plunge because they're comfortable, they are a statement shoe, they're not a heel, and although the toe box is a little narrow, it's not crushing my toes. It's not like a pointy toe. Although I am eyeing a pair of Rag & Bone pointy boots. I have not purchased them yet. I'm trying to hold back because I technically don't need them. I wouldn't wear them often. They would just be to have because they're pretty. Stop it. But these I've been wearing nonstop to my conferences. And again, I think it's important to choose a shoe that's not necessarily designer, although I understand sometimes you have to pay a little extra for the premium material. If it comes down to how the shoe shape is, how comfortable it feels, and if you wear it often with several outfits and it matches, it does what it needs to do, then I think it's worth the price tag. We're switching gears here, going a little sporty. Funny, the last brand with the booby covers was called Noods, N-O-O-D-S, but this top is from Noods, N-U-U-D-S. I had featured them in a previous outfit video. You could check it out on my playlist that I'll link down below in the description box. But I requested them to send a box cropped tee in this mocha color, and I absolutely love this tee. It's 100% cotton, it's soft, it's not too heavy, not too lightweight. And on the legs, we have leggings from Vuori, and the piping is what makes it. But sizing with Vuori is a little strange on me. I have to wear a medium because I could barely get the smalls over my hips. And it's funny, it might be a little big here around the front hip area, but for legs and tush, just right. And what I enjoy also is the cuff on the bottom. So you have the piping here that stops right where the ankle cuff starts. And I think it's a cool legging to wear casually. I'm not one to wear leggings on the regular for outfits. I usually wear them to train in, but I knew maybe perhaps finding one to just kind of wear for traveling, you know, for flying, or maybe on the train, whatever, just so I have a little more stretchiness, a little more give in the legs. But I am so excited to share that someone finally got her hands on the Pistola Mandy shacket. If you don't know, I had my eye on this shacket for months. And the reason I have this is because Amazon was running their Prime Day sale event, and they also carry Pistola. I think they carry it through Shopbop, but at the time, and I shared this on my stories, they only had, at the time, large and extra large for like 50% off. I'm like, gosh darn it. But later that night, when it was the final night of the sale, I received the notification from Amazon to say that they had one medium, but 30% off. I'm like, okay, I could do 30. 30's not too bad. I was like expecting Pistola to run 25% site-wide. Haven't seen that yet. Maybe they'll run it closer to Black Friday, but I took the plunge. I did the payments because it's a medium, and I was unsure initially. I wanted to order a small, but I said, you know what? I'll do the payments in case I want to return it. Didn't want to fully commit, but I'm happy to announce, I still have the tags on it. I'm happy to announce that the medium works. It's quite long, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And I just wanted to go over the details here. You have snap buttons, 2 on each side, and the sleeves, they don't look too long. It doesn't look like I'm drowning in the jacket. You have the clasp buttons here on both breast pockets. You have the clasp buttons here down the center, and you have pockets. And Alicia back to show you some pocket details on the inside. The pocket is attached with this ribbon. I thought it was quite interesting. It's like a floater pocket. I guess they decided on that in order to avoid any texture here to show. I'm not entirely sure if you all or any of you are in like fashion detailing stuff. I would love to know. But yes, I wanted to show you the pockets and how they look. Perhaps this will be a deciding factor for you if you were looking at the Mandy jacket and you don't quite like this design choice with the pockets, but they're okay in that respect. You know, I'm not planning on putting anything heavy in here, but you kind of like see them if you flop around in them. But actually, I haven't been using those pockets. I've been putting my hands in pant pockets. The only time I would use the pockets on the shacket is if I'm wearing leggings or a pant without a pocket. But I've been wearing pants with pockets, so it's rare that I would actually walk around like this. But if you don't want to see the inside, then you just got to snap it together. And then of course you won't be able to see the lining of the pockets, especially if you know you're doing some hand dancing. But just wanted to come back on here and add that note. So it might appear a little large. I totally get that, because if it was a small, it will probably be more like this. Probably not so far down past my tush. But let me know down below, fam. I mean, I technically could still return this because the tags are still on. But if you feel it's too large, like you're like, Alicia, you're swimming in that, I personally don't mind it, especially if I pop the collar and there is distressing here on the edges of the collar. I like that a lot. And I love the snap buttons. The snap buttons are great. It just makes it easier to kind of and open when I need. And the color though, the color is goated. This light wash. I was eyeing this jacket because I like the oversized silhouette. There's a little bit of body to it, but it's not flimsy. It's not too stiff and not too flimsy. And the reason why I'm considering, well, I consider this heavily already, that the medium was a good choice is because if I wanted to layer a flannel underneath it, I suspected that perhaps the small would have felt snug if I chose to wear a flannel underneath, if I wanted to layer it. That could be true or that could be not. I mean, I see all over Pistola reviews that people say their stuff is oversized, like it runs large. So this is a flannel from Aliens of Brooklyn. And realistically, if on like a cooler day, that wearing the shacket alone might not be enough, layering the flannel underneath, I think is cool. And again, I like the fact that I have more room here inside, that it doesn't feel tight around the chest. That was my concern if I chose to exchange this, not for a small, because I don't think, well, I didn't check, that it might feel a little too tight around the midsection, like the chest area. But I don't think it's, I think it works out. What do you think, fam? I'm in love. You don't understand. I was waiting in the bushes for months until this thing went on sale, because it's $198. And I double checked because I know Amazon does that where they'll like up the price, cross it out, give you the prime time, I say prime time, the prime day sale price, and you're like, it's the same because you increased the price. No, it was still $98. So it was 30% off $198. That's how much it costs on the Pistola side. And this blend is 55% hemp, 45% cotton. It's like their eco material efforts where they're like using alternative fabric, whatever's, and weaving it with cotton. Listen, I just like the style. Okay, I just adore the style and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the size. I know it's on the bigger, larger side, but I like how it completely covers my booty. I like that a lot. And it is almost time for a boot season. These are from Woolrich. Shame on me. And I'm actually trying to sell another pair of Woolrich boots because they're a little too small on me. And these are a 7. They might be like just right. Ooh, but I had to get these. I had to get these. And the issue with the 6s that I'm selling is that they are too small. But I love these. I love these. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. So I believe I have them on sale on my Mercari shop for $150. And you see they've been worn. I try to break them in, but they're just too snug. They're too snug. So, and they didn't have this style in a 6.5 or a 7. So I got the zipper style, the heel zipper style. And I think they're pretty cool. They look intense, I know. And with the leggings, forget it. The 7 is just right. There is room around the heel, but the problem is that with these boots, they ran so tight around the front top of my foot. That's why I couldn't withstand the 6. The 7 though, doesn't look too large, I don't think. They don't look too oversized on my feet. All in all, this is like a go-to casual look I would throw on if it's not the denim, if it's not the Leset pant, and definitely adding the boot to a legging steps it up for sure. Other examples, I could throw on they're over there, but my on sneakers with the leggings, but having the shacket, I think, just presents a nice element to the casual look, but being effortless at the same time. But that is it. Wanted to share this update because I failed to include the Pistola jeans in my last video, and because they were at Bay's house, and wanted to explain why I kept them and how much I love them and why I kept them and all that. They have easily become one of my most favorite barrel leg jeans because they're a little stretchy as well and they have a nice hug to the frame. These are a 27, and while explaining about the shacket, you know, with Pistola sizes, it's weird because I'm a 26 or a 27, depending on the brand or the pant. I probably could wear a 26, but I didn't want to sacrifice the leg. I like the body of the leg and wanted to keep a little bit of that volume intact, and why I sacrifice a little bit of room on the pelvic area for the better drape down the thigh. So that's just something for you to decide. As reference, I am 5'5", 135. I have an exaggerated waist to hip ratio. So it's funny, my waist is a 26, but my hip area fits to 27 easily. That's just something to consider. But the comfort for those Pistola jeans specifically, it's just unmatched. One of the most comfortable jeans that I have. And now with the shacket, that you'll let me know if I should return this, because I still got the tags on it, if I should return this and get a small, or the medium is fine. And just having more of like that exaggerated oversized look to the shacket. So thank you fam for joining. If you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up. It helps me immensely in letting the YouTube algorithm know that I'm fun to watch and will keep watching, and will now recommend my videos to other fit enthusiasts such as yourself. And consider subscribing, because if you like what you saw today and the fit videos are still going to come, you know when those new uploads drop, especially when you click that notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate the watch, but if it's your first time here, please stay, peruse some more. Maybe I'll see you in this video here. I'll definitely see you down in the comments for this one. And on here again next time.